There are few things in life that refill my cup more than nature. And I don't think that's unique to me. Science has known for years that spending time in nature lowers stress hormones, helps regulate our nervous systems, improves our mood, and can even strengthen our immune systems. Time spent with dogs, cats, and other companion animals have been shown to lower cortisol, increase oxytocin, and reduce feelings of loneliness. So here's the question: why? We often talk about getting back to nature, but I've never really liked that phrase because it implies that we're separate from it. We're not. We are nature. We just happen to be the only part of nature that built office buildings and smartphones. But every cell in your body came from this planet. Every breath you take depends on trees that you've never met. Every heartbeat is following rhythms that existed long before humans even did. Maybe that's why stepping outside doesn't feel like escaping life. And maybe that's why it feels like coming home. And maybe that's part of why our pets have such an incredible ability to refill our cups too. They remind us of a part of nature that we've invited into our homes. And they don't care what kind of day you've had, they don't know your income, they don't know your politics, and they don't care whether your hair cooperated this morning. They know you. And somehow, that's enough. They aren't keeping score. They don't need you to earn your place. Whether they're sprinting to the door when you come home, stealing your spot on the couch, or pretending as if they didn't want anything to do with you 5 minutes ago, they have this incredible way of reminding us to be present. Not just because they change our hormones, but because they remind us of what uncomplicated love feels like. And with the 4th of July this weekend, love them a little extra. While we're celebrating, many of them are frightened. So if you can, hold them a little closer, be patient with them, and remind them they're okay. Your presence might be the thing that helps them feel safe. Now, let's talk about how we refill our cups. Hi, loves. Welcome back to Amy's View Unscripted. I'm Amy. On Fridays, Life in Motion is where we pause to talk about what really keeps life moving: self-love and growth. Because when we intentionally refill our own cups, we show up better for ourselves, for the people we love, and for the world around us. Last week, we started talking about the importance of refilling our cups. And I've been thinking a lot lately about how we actually go about doing that. How we reconnect with ourselves when life gets loud. And the more I think about it, the more I realize there isn't just one answer. There are a lot of different ways we do it. And one of the biggest for me has always been nature. Because every single time I slow down enough to really be in it, something changes. And I've noticed the same thing happens when I'm around animals. Science has been researching this for decades, and researchers have spent years studying what happens when we spend time outdoors. Cortisol drops, blood pressure often comes down, attention improves. Even our immune systems can get stronger. I love that we can measure those things, but I don't think the measurements are the whole story. Because science tells us what's happening, it just can't tell us what it feels like. And I think that's where this conversation gets a little more interesting. Maybe part of refilling our cups isn't necessarily doing more, but simply remembering that we're part of something bigger than just ourselves. Go outside and really look. Trees have vast root systems beneath them that spread and communicate in ways we're only beginning to understand. Rivers and streams branch across the landscape like veins. The branching patterns in trees, rivers, and even our own nervous system echo one another in fascinating ways. Our bodies are mostly water. We spend our lives drawn to oceans, rivers, and lakes. We breathe the oxygen that forests help produce. Every breath we take is part of a cycle that's been going on long before we arrived and will continue long after we're gone. And the more you pay attention, the harder it becomes to believe that we're separate from nature. Because we aren't visitors here. We are nature. We've just built lives that sometimes make us forget it. So the next time you step outside, take a breath. Feel the sun on your face. Listen to the birds. Notice the breeze and just be. You might be surprised how much your cup can refill in just a few quiet moments. So this week, that is my invitation. Find one small way to reconnect with the natural world. Whether that's a walk through the park, opening the windows, bringing a little more life into your home, or spending a little extra time with the animals who already share it with you. And if there is a place, a pet, or a simple moment in nature that always seems to refill your cup, I would love to hear about it in the comments. And if you've enjoyed today's conversation, I would love to have you here. So be sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't have to wonder when we're having our next conversation. But thank you so much for spending this time with me. And take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and until next time, stay curious.